Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle.
Mr. Rob O'Hara.
Sprite Castle.
Well, hello, everybody. And by everybody, I think that's just Steel Red. Now I see a couple people starting to trickle in. How's everybody this fine, chilly Oklahoma evening? It is cold. I just watched the news broadcast, and it is the cold. What we have now is just a taste of what is to come next week. They're talking massive amounts of snow. They're talking massive amounts of... Do you have massive amounts of cold air? I guess you do. I've seen massive amounts of hot air before on this show. Anyway, hope everybody... Yeah, okay, we got volume, we got things, we got all kinds of fun stuff. We got fresh round of... I'm always going to call it Kool-Aid, but it's Crystal Light. It's like Kool-Aid, but it's calorie-free. Oh, boy. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Paul, we've got... here, let me flip over and show you this. I took a couple pictures. You're going to like this. Cha-cha-cha-cha. This is... this is our weather forecast for next week. That is Monday with the wind chill. It's going to be -30 in Oklahoma City. How's that strike you? Doesn't strike me very good. They said it's a combination of a Siberian something storm combined with... So we're getting cold air and we're getting snow at the same time. They're combining for what looks to be an enjoyable week next week. My wife is supposed to travel on Monday. I believe Monday is when the snow also starts. And let me see. Here's the... I'm sure it has been this cold here, and of course this is with the wind chills, so that's a little bit... over dramatic, but it's gonna be cold, man. I'm not it's been in the teens here right now. I think today the high was like 16 or something like that. So yeah, the bad thing about Arizona is, like, I would like to say, well, but in the summer it's so hot, but it's hot here in the summer too. So this year we're going to get both ends of it. This is by Wednesday. This is snow predictions. You can see right there in the middle, 14 inches of snow predicted for Oklahoma City. And then the further west you go, it looks like northwest. Oh, look at that. 17, 19. This is a interesting map of Oklahoma. For those of you that aren't from Oklahoma or don't know anything about Oklahoma, this is, I don't know why we're talking about this. This is I-35, the interstate that runs north and south, straight through Oklahoma, goes all the way up, all the way down, right past Ardmore. About 20 miles south of Ardmore is Texas. And then this is the panhandle of Texas, and this is I-40, the interstate that runs east and west. And if you could zoom in, there's this little... turnpike loop that goes around like that, and I live right in there. But let's see, it's got Clinton. It doesn't have Weatherford. I used to work in Clinton. I worked at Long John Silver's in Clinton. Yeah, so if you drove from Arizona to Illinois, most likely what you did, depending on how recently it was, is because now there's a different turnpike, but probably what you did was you came out here on I-40 and you went past Clinton and Hinton, and then if you went to downtown Oklahoma City, you got on I-35 and went north, and then right around here you hit the turnpike and you went straight northeast, and you went right up here through Tulsa where this guy's elbow is, And you kept on going until you got, basically you followed this turnpike all the way till you hit St. Louis, which is the way that we go to Chicago is that way right there. Let's see. Paul's Valley is the home of the Toy and Action Figure Museum, which I was going to show a different slideshow tonight, but because that popped up, maybe we'll show pictures from the Toy and Action Figure Museum. I'll let you guys vote when it comes time for picture time. So it's not going to get that cold in DFW. Well, that's good to know because, like I said, my wife is supposed to fly out on Monday. She is going to the West Coast for a week, and so if the snow comes on Monday, she's not going to be able to get a flight out of here. And so, of course, you know, DFW is 3.5 hours from Oklahoma City. We will. That's one of the possibilities, is that she may drive. She may change her flight and fly out of DFW. Edmond is, I won't say I can see Edmond from my roof, but Edmond is probably 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. I'm on the really, really north side of Yukon. And so, of course, everything connects to Oklahoma City. But if Edmond were on the map, it would be right here. So it would be right here, and I'm right there. So yes, I'm pretty close to Edmond. It's funny because McAllister, there's a giant federal prison in McAllister, and the prison is known as Big Mac. I've never actually been there, but yeah. So cold's okay. You can fly out on cold. You just can't. You can't fly out when the snow is coming in, and so or the ice, unless you got a good de-icer. This is the Panhandle of Oklahoma. This is the Texas Panhandle, and so Oklahoma Panhandle goes over the top of the Texas Panhandle here. And if you go right up this way, you hit Colorado. But I don't think I've ever. Well, maybe no. I don't know if I've ever been in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. And you know what? For my whole life, I didn't know why it was called a panhandle. And then one day, I saw a picture of a pan, and Oklahoma looks just like a pan. And they were like, "Oh, and here's the Panhandle." And I went, "Oh, that's why it's called the Panhandle, because Oklahoma looks like a pan, and that looks like a panhandle." So, all right, let's get over to switch this stuff around here. I think I've got this a little bit oversized. Sorry about that. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Get that to fit right in there. Look at that magic, the magic of technology. Oklahoma could be a pot handle. There's plenty of it. There's my cousin has been messaging me and just sending me all these pictures of all the marijuana he is growing because he got some license where he can grow marijuana and legally sell it to these dispensaries. And so he has definitely found his calling in life. And he sends me and he's like, "Cuz, I will hook you up." And I'm like, "Cuz, I work for the government. I will not be partaking in your fun marijuana party also." So good for him, though. He has struggled at a lot of different jobs, and he's finally found one that he loves. So good for him. Tonight, we're going to be playing a game that I've been mispronouncing my whole life, called Dino Eggs, which I have been calling Dino Eggs my entire life. And as I switch back and forth and screens to make things work. Let's check out the audio there. I'm going to crank it up just a little bit. I think I've been I think I've been having the volume a little too low. Let me go up one notch here. And then let me go down. You guys let me know if that's too loud or too soft or how that sounds to you. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower it in my ears and then raise the volume here in the mix. All right, so you guys let me know how that sounds. I played this earlier and I did so bad that I'm going to cheat. But I'm only going to cheat a little. I'm just going to give myself unlimited men. Unlimited lives, yes, but I won't cheat on anything else, so I won't let this what did I just hear? That was the weirdest thing in the world. I just heard a weird sound, like a ghost. That was weird. Well, all right. I have no idea where that sound came from. Now I'm checking all my audio stuff. Did I leave something playing here? All right. Well, that was weird. If a ghost gets me, and somebody call the police, tell them that I got hit by a ghost. Not hit by. I mean, why would a ghost hit me? I don't know. That's the weirdest thing in the world. This is Dino eggs, obviously, because it's about dinosaurs. It would not be Dino eggs. So I don't, I guess when I was a kid, I saw this as Dino because of Dino from the Flintstones, but obviously it's Dino eggs. The main character is Time Master Tim, and you are a time traveler, and you're going back to save Dinosaur Eggs. This is a 1983 game. You could see it was released by Microfun, and it was written, and it's from the era, my favorite era. I say my favorite era, one of my favorite eras. But I love the era of video games where games were written by one person and then sold to a publisher. So this game was written by David Schroeder. You're going to hear a little bit more details tomorrow because this is the game that I will be covering on Sprite Castle, which will be coming out tomorrow. So one of the things that we talk a lot about, especially on when we talk about Amiga games, there are a lot of Amiga games. We just talked about this this week about Double Dragon. Now, Double Dragon was written, the original version was written and coded, the original 16-bit port was written on the Atari ST, which this is not opinion, this is what I read. Don't kill the messenger, but is inferior to the Amiga's graphic and sound qualities. Now, I know that the Atari ST is a capable machine and could do lots of great things, but I guess it was pretty easy to develop games on the ST and port them, basically directly port them over to the Amiga. And so what you ended up getting, there's the Mama Dino. We're going to be seeing that, more of that later. And so what the, I'm still looking around. Is there a ghost? That was the weirdest thing. I'm telling you, I heard a ghost here. So on Double Dragon, the big argument was that the version on the Amiga wasn't as good as it could have been because the original was designed on the Atari ST and then basically ported straight over. And so that, I don't know that a lot of people talk about that on the Commodore 64, but if you're familiar at all with the Apple II, this game looks identical to the Apple II version of Dino Eggs, and this game was originally released on the Apple II computer system. And so it's very obvious to me that Someone took the basic code of this game and ported it directly over to the Commodore 64. Now, I don't know the technical, the background or the back end. I know they're both 6502 processors, so I don't know how complicated or how much of a difference it would be. But just by looking at the screen before we start playing, you could see those telltale Apple II colors that you got in games back then. You've got that green color, you've got the purple, black and white, that kind of orange color. If you've played any Apple II games at all, of course, it looks just like there's a ghost behind me. If somebody sees a ghost, tell me. Like if you played Karateka, you saw these colors. If you played a lot of games on the Apple II, these were the common colors. And so this looks like to me that it's a straight port from the Apple II directly over to the Commodore 64. I haven't seen anything going on in the chat. If somebody will just let me know that things are still working here. I'm wondering if I didn't hear a sound of something crashing that I didn't recognize. Let's pull up Twitch just to double check and make sure. Oh, okay. All right. As long as you're still there. All right, we're all good. I just do not know what that was. It was weird. It was like a voice that came from somewhere. It's weird because, you get to the point where it's like you got audio sources, video sources, and all these things coming in. And so every now and then you get the wrong one going from point A to point B. Well, don't be texting while you're driving. I do it all the time, but that's one of those do as I say rules. So anyway, like I said, I played Dino Eggs a little bit earlier. I was really, really bad at it. And so when I loaded it this time, and hey, by the way, hey there, I'm Z9K9. I thought, and I think I saw 1010 hop in there too. I thought I would put it on Unlimited Min. So we will, patrolling an empty facility. Are there ghosts there? Because if you're looking for ghosts, I know where they're at. Let me see if I can pause this. Alt-P, I think is pause. Yeah. So let's take a look at the screen here real quick. I don't think my cursor won't show up on here, but if you look at the bottom, there's kind of a little magical time-traveling portal there, and then that is us right there. There is time-traveling Tim. And so what we've got to do is get all the dinosaur eggs and take them to the future. We can only carry 3 eggs at a time. So we're going to be grabbing eggs, going in the portal, and then going and coming back. There are boulders around here that we could drop on things, and sometimes underneath the boulders there are also eggs. Of course, on the bottom of the screen, we've got the 100%. That is my health. And if we touch things like snakes or spiders, they will poison you. They'll ruin the eggs. They'll get rid of all your eggs. And your health will start dropping rapidly. You got to run to the portal real quick to stop that from happening and rejuvenate your health. There's also every now and then you will see the mama dinosaur who will just show up a giant leg that'll be half the screen. You'll see it and it'll just smash down. And the way to keep the mama dino away is from starting fires. And you start fires by putting 2 logs on top of each other, and you'll start a fire, and you'll see all those things happen. So let's go ahead and get started here. So here's a real easy win right off the bat. I'm going to shift to my chair so I can talk a little bit easier. We'll pick up those 2 eggs, go out. You'll see on the bottom right over there, my score went up. Now you can fall any height here. We'll get those eggs, but I can't jump back over there, so I'm going to have to wrap around over here. You can see no baddies have showed up yet. We'll get some more points for these eggs. Knock that down. No eggs hiding there. We're going to go find some eggs here. Any eggs there? Now there's a spider. We can break his web and send him flying down, but he will. Oh, there's Mama Dino. Oh, you don't want to be standing underneath that. So let's zoom out. Zoom back in. So let's start a fire. So let's get a log here because very quickly she will become a problem. You can see down there at the bottom in the little status it says start a fire. Oh boy, she almost got me. So let's put that log on that log. Now the fire starts and you can see, let's knock that spider down. You can see that there is a number underneath, a number 9, and it will count down from 9 to 1. And so the 9 is the strongest and the 1 is the weakest, and then the fire will go out. Let's see. Oh, now I've had a dinosaur hatch. You can see the dinosaur down there that's hatched. He's on the level above me. That's because I've taken too long here. And we can do something here if he'll move. Oh, that didn't do it. But we can jump over him. Now if we touch him, we will poison him and kill him. We don't... Oh. He contaminated us. Well, let's get this little health thing here, but that ain't going to help us. We got to get to the portal. See my health down there? It's at 60%, 50 now. It climbs right back up, and we're good again. All right, now we got spiders and snakes. I don't like spiders and snakes, but fortunately, that ain't what it takes to love me. Is that Jim Croce? Boo! So we got our 3 eggs. Wait for that snake. Now, when you're standing here in the portal, the snakes can't hurt you also. So that's a good place to stop and hide for a second and let a snake pass you by here. So we'll just do that. All right. Now, oh boy, I just poisoned myself. Now my health is counting down quickly, and I've got to get all the way back up there before I die. Come on, Time Master Tim. I don't know about this. Run, 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 run. That was a close one. All right. There's 1 egg. And more dinosaurs are hatching. Let's see if I can... Come on, move. Here comes the snake. Ba-doo! All right, there we go. There we go. And now he's in a little... And I think you just leave him there. Now my fire's out, and it says Mama's coming. So if you don't want to deal with that the whole rest of the level, we've got to start it on the fire. But I only actually see 1 log here. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Let's see. Let's knock down this boulder. Oh, I just got... Oh, Tim! Smashed. I would not mind having some buffalo wings tonight. I see that Dave in Arizona is having some buffalo wings. Okay, so now we've got all the eggs, and so we can safely, if you use the transporter and warp out and watch the bottom down there, we get a bonus of 10 points because we didn't leave behind any eggs. Now, one confusing thing is it says we're off to level 1, which is odd because, I mean, I guess you start on level 0, that's possible. Okay, we're starting with it. I should have just stayed in there for that snake, but we've got 2 snakes. Now, I don't think... Yeah, there we go. Get that snake. So we just kind of pause him, smash him up real good. Knock down a spider, and get in a little warp with the eggs. This is one of the... Oh, just stay in there. This is one of those games where as the levels go on, it's just more of everything. So it's not... oh boy. So I got my egg, and now I'm poisoned too, and so now I've got to make my way. I guess I always I never think about doing the fire, but you really should do that pretty quick. Oh boy. Oh no, I got poisoned twice. You can hear it counting fast, and you get poisoned twice. Okay, now you can see normally down there where it says how many eggs or whatever I'm holding, it says wood. Alright, so now... Oh, that shouldn't have poisoned me. I just touched his little tail. Oh no, that's a bad move on my part. Going the wrong way, Wilbur. Oh, not Wilbur. I'm watching the clock. Now you can see, if you watch on the top level there, you can see the spiders, and I actually like the animation of the spiders. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm kind of watching the fire too. It's at 7 right now. Okay. Could I make that? Yeah. Oh, 3 eggs. Good for saving dinos or making a nice omelet. I wouldn't mind a 3-egg dino omelet. Did you ever see the movie Caveman with Ringo Starr, Shelley? God, there go all my eggs. Yeah, boy. Shelley Long. And who else is in that? I know. God bless. All right. Oh, you can't even get eggs while you're poisoned. I'm going. Oh, that was close. Alright, where are we gonna go? I wish the teleporter weren't so far away. I gotta get down here without hitting all this stuff. Like that, like I just said, don't do that. Then I just did it. Oh boy. And then, alright, let's check and see what our campfire looks like. It's at 3. Alright, where's that snake going? There's a lot of little left to right things. It's kind of like if Frogger were a platform game. There's a lot of... can I... There we go. Oh, I did it again. Let's get that fire going. Am I going to have time to get up there? This might be in the old time Master Tim. We'll see. Nah, I got time. This really reminds me of, definitely reminds me of my childhood, alright, what do we do? Oh, God! I gotta look both ways. You're watching the, time traveling Tim on his worst of days here. Yeah, I don't know if, jumping out of the way, I don't know if it's because I landed on the other side. I landed outside of where the mom dino's foot landed or not. Okay, is there a snake on that level or not? No. Okay, oh, it might be on that level. Gotta watch out for the spider. Get that guy. Let's go help this little guy if we can. Alright, we helped him. Let's get some of these eggs. Watch out. So he's stuck on the fire there, which I should be able to clear. There we go. Okay. That guy's coming for me, but I'll get out of the way. Okay. No snakes on this level. There's one for me. Let's see which way he goes. Really, the goal is just to destroy all the dinosaur eggs, which is what I seem to be doing here. Oh no, that's going to be it. Now I'm double speed. Come on now, Tim. Alright, let's try one more. Let's get back down here. Is there anything on the bottom level? No, just the fire. I almost got that guy. I thought he was dead. Can I get him? Yeah, I can still get those. I don't know why I didn't get him earlier. Oh, that went well. Alright, poor Tim. Devolution. Are we not men? We are devolution. Which trivia fact is where the name Devo comes from. Devolution. Okay. So that guy's frozen. That guy is there. That guy's there. The snake is there. Let's get those 2 eggs and a 3rd egg. We can run over here. Here comes the snake, but we'll jump him. We will go over here. We'll climb up the steps. There's no snakes here. We're watching for spiders. And snakes. Cannot make that jump. Let's rethink that approach. Oh, and then that. God. Oh. Oh, and apparently the fire's out too. Alright. Eggs. 0. Yeah, that's oh, I couldn't jump. And now oh. Man. Snake. This game is hard. But what I started saying earlier, and oh yeah, there we go. Oh no! Look at that, and missed the snake. Alright, let's get these last 3 eggs down here. Is that it reminds me of my childhood because there were so many of these types of games, like, you know, platform games, and of course each one has their own little twist on what's going on. Okay, there's snake. You know, so they have a little bit different things that are. Oh, I was trying to get the thing. Oh, Time Master Tim, I'm so sorry. Look, I was 1 click away. Nature is cruel. I mean, is it any surprise that dinosaurs were extinct? Okay, so I don't think there's any more eggs left on this level, so let's get out of here. My score is, oh. Yeah, warping out. Man. I mean, if Time Master Tim was really in charge of saving the dinosaurs, I think we all know what happened. All right, let's try this a little better here. Let's take this serious. Come on, Tim. Okay. Let's see. Here's some firewood. Now, where's another firewood at? There's one there. All right. Let's go over here. Watch out for spiders. Watch out for snakes. Get us some eggs. Okay, let's get. Oh, I thought I could clear that guy. We're off to a bad start, folks. I guess I have to just hit that one too. No way around him if he's stuck there. Okay, let's try this again here. Let's see. That level looks pretty good. Let's get 2, 3. Okay, here comes that guy. And hide here for a minute. Okay, we're just going to run over here. Ooh. All right. Look at that. We got some eggs. All right. Where are we at? We're up here at the top. Well, let's just stay here for a minute until these spiders do whatever they're going to do. Get that. There's 1 egg. You know what? Let's just get out of Dodge. I don't even care. 1 egg is better than no eggs. I'll take a 1 egg omelet. Can I go? No, it just says leave, so you can't use the transporter. Oh, no, no. What was I to do? That wasn't my fault. All right, it's almost time. So if you listen to Sprite Castle, and I'm hoping that most of you guys listen to Sprite Castle, you know, the streaming, I always thought is, or do think that streaming is kind of the, son of a, you know, streaming is kind of the side gig, if you will. It's the job that doesn't pay you compared to the other one that doesn't really pay. All right, here comes this Snake and yada! Woohoo! Oh, let's trap that guy. Let's get 2 eggs. And then there goes the snake, and we're going to get out of it. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful plan when it came together. So, you know, the streaming has always kind of been, you know, just something fun that we do and stuff. But so I hope that you listen to Sprite Castle, because Sprite Castle is kind of, I'm better at talking on Sprite Castle than I am at playing games. That's for a fact. That is for ding dong dang sure. But on Sprite Castle, there's a segment called Talking Snack, and on every episode of Sprite Castle, there's a yes, that's true. This is not a game for Steel Rat, whose unfortunate nemesis is jumping in video games. Oh, get up. Okay, that worked. I didn't think it would work, but it worked. Okay. Ugh. That didn't work. That did not work. Can you see why I turned on the unlimited guys in my defense? So anyway, on Sprite Castle, we do a little thing called Talking Snack. And, oh, okay. If I could get off that guy. And then, I killed a dinosaur and got bit by a snake. That was not my plan, believe it or not. Woo! Alright, got that. Did I finish my other thought? The first thought before the second thought? The first thought was that it reminded me of my childhood, because I played a lot of games like this where it was just one person. One person made the game, and it was a platform game. Let's just get that out of the way. Okay, there's a snake. Why is the snake not moving? Oh, but I'm in my little thing. Too bad for you. See, again, this is okay. Oh, I thought I was safe in that thing. I was not safe in there. So, on Sprite Castle, we have a segment called Talking Snack, and on every episode of Sprite Castle, I find something to eat that has something to do with the game that I just played. Boy, look, I'm going to go all the way down here. This is not fair to me. Okay. Look at that. It's like I'm a... Got a little cocky. Got a little cocky. Bad news here for Time Traveler Tim. Don't hit anything else, dum-dum. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Alright, well, we didn't get too many points. I think we only got about 13 points. Alright, this is a good place to pause here for just a second. Let this start here. And so, on every episode of Sprite Castle, I try to find a food that has something to do with the game. And some are easier than others. I mean, if you think about playing Miss Pac-Man, I mean, there's all the bonus things. There's the pretzels, there's cherries, and there's things like that. That's an easy one, right? And then there are a lot of episodes where I think about the history. You know, I think about the foods that I ate as a kid when I played these games, and different things like that. So I do try to tie them together, you know, some way. And so I'm just going to give you, I've never done this before on any of the streams, but camera 1, camera 2. Because I knew I was playing Dino Egg, so I have to tell a minor backstory. It's pretty quick, but you may not have ever heard me refer to the Nasty Pirates. And there are, when we were kids, there were 4 Nasty Pirates, and 2 of them are in this room right now. Steel Rat is one of the Nasty Pirates, and I am one of the Nasty Pirates. And a couple of our other friends are the round out the Nasty Pirates. And so the Nasty Pirates were in high school, a group of 4 really good best friends, and we all had different cars. And hey, Squeaky. So I had a Firebird, and Steel Rat had a Camaro, and my other friend, well, he had a Z28, and these are all like late 70s cars. And my other friend Andy had a Z28, and then my friend Scott had a what was it, a Chevelle? Oh, God, that's what I think it was. But anyway, what tied us all together is that we all had CB radios, which were not popular in the early 90s. I mean, the CB fad was long, long gone, in case you're younger and you're thinking, oh, everybody had a CB. I bet there weren't half a dozen people in our high school that had CB radios. And so anyway, the short version is, and there's a whole much more to the history, and there's a whole bunch more to the story, but we gave ourselves a name, and we called ourselves the Nasty Pirates. And so to this day, we still occasionally have Nasty Pirates get-togethers, and the 4 of us will get together, and those are, if you've seen on Twitter or possibly on my blog or something where I post about watching bad movies and things, and I have my friends over, those are Nasty Pirate get-togethers. And so I had the last one, the one before the last gathering that we had, was a dinosaur-themed night. So I put together usually 2 movies that have some sort of theme, and I picked the worst possible movies I can find that I can subject my friends to. It's kind of my own version of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And we watched Velocipaster, which is a really, really bad movie about a pastor who gets infected, and at night he turns into a dinosaur and cleans the mean streets. And we also watched Tammy and the T-Rex, which is about a love triangle until one of the young men gets killed, and unfortunately has his brain transplanted into a animatronic T-Rex, which is a fantastic film. It was recently remastered and released on Blu-ray. And if you can find Tammy and the T-Rex, it is a classic. But anyway, I let the Nasty Pirates know usually what the theme is going to be in advance. And one of my friends brought these as a snack to share. And these are Jurassic World Raptor rings. So they are like, if you remember Ring Pops maybe from, Steel Rat. I bought some dinosaur prizes. Bought a Dinosaur Hat that Steel Rat won. I had a trivia contest. We had Nasty Pirates nights are a fun night for everyone. But these are basically raptor claws, but they're a lot like the Ring Pop candies that they had in the 80s, and they still have them today. But these are raptor rings, and so if we're playing, Foley sound there. If we're playing, there's the green one. I got some harsh light in here tonight, but there's the green one. And they're wrapped in plastic on top of they're sealed in plastic and then wrapped in plastic in front of that. So they're double layered. But if I can get this open here. The best part is I'm about to pull out a giant knife. And this will be, so now you all have 2 jobs. 1, if you see or hear ghosts. And 2, if I somehow accidentally slit my wrist here with this knife opening a dino thing, you guys vouch for me that it wasn't on purpose. So there we go. And so now we have 1 raptor dino claw. And so this will be the official snack. Oh. I feel like a raptor attacked my mouth way harder than I was expecting. Oh. I mean, it tastes about like what you would think a blue dinosaur would taste like, I guess. I'm looking for a place to put it down. So, if you listen to tomorrow's episode of Sprite Castle, when we cover dino eggs, you will be the only people to know that the talking snack will be Raptor Claw candies, which we ate live together. You and I had them together on tonight's Sprite Castle Plays. Let's get back to this game here. I want to get back to the game, but where's my game? Hello, gamey. Oh, that was a dino. There we go. All right. Let's get back to saving dino eggs from the past and bringing them into the future here. There's, oh, look at that. There's a little cache. There's 3 eggs. There's a log. Let's get this log thing going early on. All right, there's the top level. There's a log, and right below it is another log. So let's get that fire going. All right. Oh, well, going the wrong way. The only ladder up is over here. Come on, Time Master Tim, get with the program here. Oh, that's too bad that's there. All right. Right next to that fire. That's super convenient. I mean, I just can't imagine a better thing to have to do here than that. Oh, yeah, this is a new enemy that has shown up. It's a flying centipede. And the flying centipede, for now, flies over my head. Oh, burnt to death, it says. Not a good way to eat this thing. I feel like I'm getting clawed, really. Alright. Got some eggs. Got some dino claws. Well. That worked out. Look at that, I'm getting better. Hold your horses, folks. Oh! God, that was my tooth. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, look at that. Yeah. I really want to kill that guy. Too late. Fire going out. Well, let's see. Do I have enough logs for another fire? Yeah, I do. Alright. Couldn't jump there. Alright. No snakes. Alright. Did I already say I don't like spiders and snakes? I did. Oh, that. I don't. Is that a copy? Am I going to get a copyright strike for singing that? I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me. What it takes is cheap candy. Cheap dinosaur flavored candy. I don't know, I would say it's dinosaur flavored per se. Oh, gold mine. This level seems to be, I seem to be doing better, don't you think? Now, go up high somewhere. Oh, yes. That. Look at that. Look at that. Now, there are only 9 levels of this game, I believe. Uh-oh, abandoned eggs. 0 days since last accident again. All right, get those eggs. Okay, stay there. Whoa! Whoa! All right. You can see the centipedes going a little faster, and the problem with the centipede at that level is that you can't jump if he's right over your head, because your head flies into him there. Yes, that's right. That's right. I knew it was a power up. Oh, but I can't. That guy's gone. Oh no. All right. I can't bite through it. And it turns out raptor claws are really hard. Okay, so let's Z9 K9 just reminded me that the spiky thing allows you to carry unlimited eggs until you get hurt. So let's see what we can do. Oh. Oh boy. Well, it was a good theory, wasn't it? It's like a bonus that gives me gives a bull extra time in the China store, you know? That's the problem. All right. Oh, Tim. I'm gonna eat this thing. I'm not eating the other one. All right. This is really what they teach in podcasting school. Watch this. Whoa, one-handed. Most people miss that class at podcast school when they say you should put a sucker in your mouth while you're trying to talk to people. All right, so I need you guys to, we're going to have a vote here in the chat. So if you're in the chat, get ready to vote. I was planning on showing pictures tonight from when I went to the World's Fair. Oh, look at that. Dodged it. I was going to show pictures from my World's Fair vacation when I went to 1982. And the reason I was going to show that, was because that we went to a place that had some animatronic dinosaurs. And there's not very many pictures of the dinosaurs in there, but it just kind of reminded me of that. So that's what I was going to go with. But as we were looking at the Oklahoma weather map before we got started, we saw Paul's Valley. And Paul's Valley is the home of the Toy and Action Figure Museum, which is a wonderful, wonderful place that most of you, unless you're in Oklahoma, will probably never see in your life. And God bless America. Watch this. Let's hit the other snake too. And so, and I've been to the Toy and Action Figure Museum a few times and taken pictures of all the lovely things that are there. And I mean, they have some great stuff there. And so, so I'm going to let voting go for 2 minutes. Oh, Tim, you weren't paying attention. You got smushed. And I think that's all the eggs. I think I got the last of the eggs. All right, so I got 1 vote for either. I feel like personally I'm leaning towards the Toy and Action Figure Museum. Doesn't really have the dinosaur connection, but it does have the Paul's Valley connection in Oklahoma that we saw earlier. Yeah, I think the Toy and Action Figure is something that... Alright, we'll play one more level here. I think that's what we'll go for. Alright, we got any snakes here? Nope, just centipedes. The centipede's fast. Now later, the centipede will start coming on the other level, I believe. Like, oh, hate to see you go there, Spidey. Alright. Okay. We'll just show Velocipaster. It's probably as exciting as any of my home movies. No, get off me! Oh, that's not right. Look at the. I mean, I'm working on it. We're down to that. It's like designed to be a ring. That's as far as it goes on my finger. Yeah, and that wasn't fair. That wasn't fair. I'm second guessing my decision to eat on the video stream. It seemed like a fun thing to let people in on for the talking snack, but oh no. I didn't really think of the logistics. Didn't think it through all the way. Oh no. Oh, look at that, D9 K9. Oh. I thought that would work better. Yeah, I think this is really one of those things. It's like almost like a gobstopper, like you're supposed to. Oh, I jumped out of the level too. All right, well. We'll pause here. All right, let's go dig up. If we can here. Let's move a couple windows around. Let's go pull up the handy dandy. Doop-a-doop-doo. Let's find the old handy dandy photo directory here, and let's find Toy and Action Figure Museum. I've been a couple times, and let's take a look and see if one stands out over the other. I think for the most part, I think the displays were mostly the same. Boy, there's a lot of pictures in here, so we'll have to go fast. All right, it's caching all the pictures here. Drawing a little thumbnail so that we can get started here. Yes. I think, okay, I think here we are. All right, let's pull this up. And we will go here. And we will get started. So this is the Toy and Action Figure Museum located in Paul's Valley. Yeah, no, I don't do anything fast. It's Paul's Valley, Oklahoma. I forgot what admission is. I want to say it was more than $5, but less than 10, something like that. But you know, I don't know how to say this other than like when I find something that I like, it doesn't matter to me how much it costs, and that's not exactly the phrase right, but I guess what I mean is like I don't equate this to, you know, going to a movie or whatever. I think this is a guy who put together a nonprofit toy and action figure museum. Is that something I want to support? And so the answer is yes. I do want to support a toy and action figure. So, I mean, when we went, maybe it was $10, which might seem a little high to go through a museum or something, but it's like, I mean, it is nonprofit. And so I was 100% excited about going, and they are having a terrible rough time. During the COVID, I guess they're not able to open at all. So they basically, as of March 1st, 2020, they decided they announced that they were closing for 1 year. And so they have remained closed all this time. And, they've had some, asked for donations and stuff. So I hope that it makes it, because it's really a unique place. This is when you walk in. Now, that thing on the left, we'll be taking a little bit closer look at that shortly. But that is basically this big, huge scene they have set up, almost like a diorama of a kid's bedroom. So there's a bed in there and a dresser and a TV and a few things, and it's just filled with toys. And the most amazing thing about it are all the toys that are set up on the ground, because they've set up a lot of little inside jokes and things like that. And there are different separate areas of the museum. There's a Star Wars area. There's a Batman area. There's an area maybe with wrestling figures and stuff. There's lots of cool stuff to go in. And there's a area that is hands-on for kids that you'll see here shortly. So lots of neat stuff. This is the kind of a wide shot of the bedroom diorama thing that they have set up. This is just some of the different shelves, and they have this says 2003 or 2013 Action Figure Hall of Fame inductee, and so there's that. You can see some Superman and superhero stuff up there, just random things up on the walls. I gotta say that the pictures make it look more jumbled than it looked in person. In person, I feel like it feels like it's more organized a little bit. There's a giant Batman Lego Lego Batman there. This is a picture of. This is on the floor of the bedroom diorama, and I'm trying to look and see if I could see anything out of the ordinary. It's so busy, it's hard to see. But I mean, there's lots of little in jokes, and I'm sure that I probably got a few pictures of some of the in jokes later on. There's another shot of the room, and I feel like my room looked like that at some point when I was growing up. This is just a small collection of Star Wars stuff, and as you could see, they have old stuff, they have new stuff, they have all kinds of stuff on display at the museum. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff at the museum, different toys. They have some different dioramas and setups that have been donated. And actually, I think, this is the diorama about the adult collector's bedroom, where it talks a little bit about it. So like, here's an example. You can see, on the Falcon here, like there's, you've got Star Wars guys, Han Solo and this and that. And then you've got Batman. Down here, you've got, looks like a stormtrooper pointing a gun. And here's Star Trek people with their hands up, So there's all just, set up just like when we were kids, how you would set up toys. Trying to see if anything else jumps out at me there. I mean, you can sit there and just look at that. I mean, that one area for a long time. Well, there's one right there inside the or on top of the Millennium Falcon. There are crash test dummies set up, and you can see them. There's of course, there's Luke up there with his training thing on. There's Ghostbusters. There's just all kinds of stuff. This is towards the back, and this is a Pee-wee's Playhouse diorama toy thing. There's Pee-wee Herman and Terry and some of the other action figures from there's what was his name, Cowboy Bob, Cowboy Bill, I forget his name. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, we could literally dissect some of these pictures, for hours. I'll try to get through to some of the other sections. This is was a display of Supergirls. These are all female superheroes, and this is just one of their many themed displays that they have set up. And of course, everything is done just like a museum. So you can see up there at the top, it has the names of, all the action figures down there numbered. And then, you can go down here and look and see the different figures and stuff like that. So, pretty amazing setup they have there. And then, let's see, what is this? I don't know what that is. Looks like some just random stuff there. This is my daughter, Morgan, and this was, they have a toy play area for kids, and I'm sure these are toys either that they have duplicates of or aren't display quality that get tossed in here. And so if kids want to, they can go into this area and they can pick up toys and play with stuff. This was a huge diorama that they had set up of vintage G.I. Joe stuff. So this is I guess they're all 12-inch dolls, and they had tanks and just all different kinds of stuff set up, and hold on, I'm adjusting something here. There we go. Let's see what else. There's more 12-inch G.I. Joe figures. Again, this is all vintage stuff. And this is one that I remember. This one, there was a sign up that said this was on loan, and somebody had loaned it, and then the next time we went, it wasn't there. So, World War II Pacific Campaign. Oh, so maybe it's not specifically G.I. Joe. I like how it says figures on loan from two guys, and man, I would be so crazy. I'd be like, hey, that was my gun that went with that guy. Like, I guess they have to make a very specific list, or maybe they had it set up in different areas or something. But I certainly wouldn't want my toys mixed up with someone else's toys. This is that's my wife and my kids. This is in the play area. Actually, you can see me in the funhouse mirror in the back. But along with all the toys, they also have superhero costumes and helmets and masks. And obviously, this visit was long before COVID. This is when you would just go in and put on different masks and stuff that other people have been wearing. There's different time zones there of Gotham and Central and Metropolis and Atlantis. So you always you can see this is like the president's the White House the briefing room. Here's all gloves and masks and boots and things like that for the kids to play with. This is a little fun play center where they could play with the phones and stuff. None of the kids knew how to use the rotary phone. This is just them playing with stuff. Let's see, what is this? This is superhero stuff that looks like Wonder Woman stuff down there. This was a whole display on Wonder Woman. I don't know what that is. Those all look like little... Oh, it looks like those may be Legos. That may be all Lego things. I think they are. Yeah. Sure enough. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, there's some Lego Star Wars stuff I recognize there about that era. I see a Lego X-Wing and... Yeah. So, all kinds of toys at the Toy and Action Figure Museum. I want to jump up here. I'm going to go a little fast because I want to find a couple of things specifically that I'm looking for. There's a display of just for Hawkman. I guess if you're a fan of Hawkman. Let's see, those are all superheroes. And there's so this is one of the things I thought was funny. They have the collection of underoos. You don't put these on. You can't wear those at the museum, but they got all those underoos. Let's see. There's a Lego Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and some other Lego stuff. You got to look high, low, hanging from the ceiling. There's stuff all over. That one's not rotated. You know what? Yeah, there we go. I mean, this was a bunch of Lost in Space figures, which I had never seen. And these are, I think they're vintage. And then here's it looks like some Futurama stuff, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff. And there's cool stuff all over the place. You know, you could just sit there and there's a bunch of Superman hanging from the ceiling, different places. Da-da-da. There's you know what? I never owned one of those. The Imperial Shuttle, I think, the Shuttle Tidarian. I never owned one. I would love to get one of those, and the prices are, you know, between $100 and $200. I don't even have anywhere to put it anymore, so I don't know what I would do with it. But never had one. I always wanted to have one of those. I will say about their Star Wars collection that I have way more Star Wars stuff, and obviously it's not a Star Wars museum, but I did. I remember looking at some of their stuff. Now they did have a few vintage things, I think, carded, but yeah. See, this was the stuff I was interested in. You know, this is like packs of figures, 10-pack of figures sent to J.C. Penney, which I thought was pretty cool. So you can see like this is all vintage stuff: Princess Leia, Luke, Darth Vader, Han, and this was the way it was shipped, you know, to the stores. There's some of the different stuff they got there. They do have some nice quality stuff, I will say that for sure. There's some original card backs there, and it's a trap. Can you ever see Admiral Akbar and not say that? There's some Ewoks figures, man. Those are pretty valuable. I have some of those. I have a couple of tri-card figures. Vintage stuff there, and there's some Return of the Jedi. So anyway, okay, yeah, and you notice like the real valuable stuff, like 12-back cards and stuff, all behind glass. That stuff's not open. This is just some random Star Wars stuff. This is kind of cool. This is a drive-in theater advertisement. You can see Star Wars there's on the list. This is from Jamestown, Tennessee. It said, let's see what else we got here. Smokey and the Good Time Outlaws. Convoy showing the same weekend. The Big Sleep. Of course, there's Star Wars. This is pretty cool. Someone saved this. Coach. Stingray. Yeah, lots of good. Oh, and Grease that here is still showing. So that's pretty cool. Lots of advertisements, stuff like that. That's Star Wars. That might be my room. I don't know. And then, of course, if I'm going to take pictures of Star Wars, got to do a little Star Trek as well. There's some Star Trek stuff that looks like all new generation kind of stuff. Oh, that was the action display that you could buy, the first one. All right, that's enough Star Wars. So this is in the back corner of the museum. This is a cave that they made. It looks like with spray foam or something like that. And this is the Bat Cave, and this is the entrance. So if you are a Batman fan, and they have Batman stuff from every era, and I would just blow through it because there's so many pictures of stuff, and you could see, I mean, it's just all piled in like that, you know. That looks, I don't even know, remote control stuff. This is Batman Returns. I mean, there's vintage stuff on the top. It was just the whole Bat Cave is filled. This is a coin-operated ride that I tried to get my kids to ride, and they got mad at me because I kept telling them to get on it. I love the vintage stuff, you know, from the 60s Batman. That stuff is cool. Batman, Batgirl, Batman trading cards, and Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars. Batman. There's a race set. Looks like a costume. Different. There's some different. Oh, that's a cool nightlight. You know what? I just had this weird idea. And of course, I know there's a few people in here that all have 3D printers. I wonder if you could 3D print a nightlight. You'd have to have a light bright enough to. You'd have to have a filament, I guess, that's somewhat translucent, and then a light that's not hot enough to melt it. That'd be kind of cool. Make a nightlight. Now this is I don't remember exactly. There's some local RoboCop tie-in. I think there was some local guy that designed some of these figures or something. These are horror action figures, obviously. That Pinhead's really cool. That Ash. Yeah, something like the LED lights. Oh, yeah, so this Kyle Windricks guy, I think this is a local Oklahoma guy. And so these are prototype figures that he had carved and, to make the figures. I don't know that, maybe I saw it. I don't remember what it looked like. Tell me what the light looked like. Now these, I took some pictures of these, and there's a couple. Some are blurrier than others, but they had one whole one of DC Comics, and then they had another whole one of just Marvel Comics. So this is, I guess, this is the DC figure thing, and I love the way these are displayed. I really need to step up my display game and figure out a better way to display some of my open figures and stuff like that. I like the little tiered things like that. And then this is Marvel. This is the Marvel figure area, so even more figures. And you know what? If you've ever tried to set up a display like this, you know that you touch one and then they all fall over. It's always a big pain in the butt. This I thought was really cool. This is a Kiss display of all kinds of different Kiss stuff, and they have more. There's more than this, but different Kiss figures throughout the years. There's some Kiss race cars and stuff. I don't know what those are. That thing on the top is Kiss. Oh, those are, some are Kiss, some are not. I see that one race car says Peter Criss on it. So, so this is the Kyle Hendricks. This was the sculptor guy that made those action figures, and that he is from Oklahoma, and so he had some of those pieces on loan. Those are pretty cool. I loved this. And it's that same guy, that Kyle Windricks sculpted these. Those are also very cool. I was playing. I just got a DSLR, I think, when I went the first time, and so I was playing with depth of field, so you could see the figures hanging from the ceiling, that are in focus with the blurry background. And a lot of times when I go to places like this, I imagine that I'm taking pictures that I will use for a desktop wallpaper. And then, when I get home and put it on my computer, I'm like, I can't find any icons. It's so busy. So it never really works. But yeah, that's kind of what I was doing here, is just taking pictures of some of the things that were hanging from the ceiling. Can't remember. This might be still another portion of the adult bedroom thing. There's an AT-AT. There's different people standing on it and around it. I see Ren and Stimpy down there in the bottom. I see I think that's Queen Amidala's spaceship there. There's all kinds of stuff at this place. It doesn't look like I've rotated all my pictures just right. Oh, look, there's Santa from Rankin Bass, and can't tell exactly what that car. I can't tell if that's that is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I was looking at it facing the wrong way. Lots and lots of toys. There's a so I am zoomed way in. I don't even know if you would see this if you're at the museum, but I was zoomed all the way in. You could see there's Rocky and Mr. T as Clubber Lang from Rocky 3. There's another coin ride that they had there for the kids, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Jeep. There's the Burger King and Alice Cooper. I mean, where else are you going to see Burger King, Alice Cooper, and the $6 Million Man all hanging out in the same place? Not very many places. There's the Beetlejuice driving a car and some random people around him. I thought that was really cool. A lot of times when I come back from this place, I've been like 3 or 4 times, I think. Every time I come back, I have a list of things that I'm going to go look on eBay and and start buying. There's another detail. I mean, if you could, let me go back. I don't even know where he was, but this is a thing that a lot of people wouldn't see if you're just walking by. There's a thing holding a little Nemo there. There's gosh, I love Ghostbuster stuff's expensive. It's kind of gone down a little bit. There's Dungeons and Dragons. I have that guy. I think that's War Duke. Boy, oh boy, a lot of time went into setting all that stuff up. And somebody's got to dust all that, don't they? I mean, wouldn't all this stuff get dusty at some point? Yeah, you can see the thing right there. He's kind of hiding behind the chair. You kind of got to go around the corner and look and find the thing over there. And again, this is what it looks like, when you walk up to the display. There's my kid. Lots of photo ops, lots of stuff, again, for the kids to play. Oh, I thought I hadn't rotated that, but that's actually on a wall. They've got Batman and Spider-Man hanging down sideways on a wall there. I believe these are all vintage He-Man. I think this was before they had re-released the new He-Man figures. So these are all vintage He-Man. Right up in the very top left corner, I see a little lunchbox thermos. And if you listen to the last episode of You Don't Know Flack, you heard all about my lunchbox collection. And I have way more lunchboxes than the Toy and Action Figure Museum have. So maybe I will go set up my own display down there. This was a Mickey Mouse display. And maybe I have... Oh, and... It kind of overlapped here. This might be, there was like a 50s Roy Rogers. You could see there's Hopalong Cassidy. That kind of, there's Gene Autry, kind of just that Western stuff from the 50s, lots of cool stuff there. Hey, Picard, you missed all the Picard action figures. I hope you saw them. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, there's that guy. I'm trying to see who's in the background. There's another Superman. A lot of hanging Supermans laying around. There's Godzilla. Man, I've been talking about this. If somebody wants to buy me a present for my birthday, which is a long way away, man, I'm dying to get. The prices have gone up. I just can't justify it. I should have jumped on it years ago. But when I was a kid, I had 2 of the full-size Shogun Warriors, like the 2-foot tall ones. And they were the same scale as the Godzilla there, the one that shot his fist off. And now to get them complete are like $200 each, and I just can't. I always have to say, like, it's not if you say I can't afford it. I mean, I could afford it. I could, take money I was going to spend on something else and buy one. I could afford it. I can't justify it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Where you go, yeah, I got a $200 thing that I leave sitting there. It's just, can't really do it. I guess that's Lego, but it almost looks like a Zoid. But I had Zoids as a kid. They were little like mechanical dinosaur things that you put together. I can't tell if that's a Zoid or not, but that's another thing. That's outside the back cave. You can see there's a Speed Racer and looks like Racer X about to jump off the cliff there. There's a Darth Maul Pizza Hut box. I remember those. I think they had those when I worked at Pizza Hut. No, that would have been way too late. More Star Wars stuff, Batman stuff. So I think you kind of got the gist of the place. Yeah, that's true. could be an investment. I had the yellow. I think his name was Guy King. Maybe I can't remember, but he had the yellow horns that came off his head like that. I had that guy, and then I had the red and blue I think he's like a samurai kind of guy, and he threw the battle axes. Those are the two I had. And have I ever sold a toy? That's a trick question, because the specific keyword for me there is sold. Have I got rid of toys? Yes. Oh yeah, so there was one guy that the arm shot off. The guy with the yellow horns had the little missiles that went in his boobies. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. And he had missiles. The missiles would stack in his shoulders, and then you put them in his boobies. It would shoot out of there. So that, man, they were huge, for a kid. So that's an example. I didn't sell those. I just don't know what happened to them. I mean, I must have given them away, or I don't know, man. Something, but it would have happened in my childhood, But I had a lot of toys when I was a kid that, that I got rid of and either gave them to someone else. My mom used to babysit a bunch of kids, and so I think a lot of them would just get handed down, I remember one time, like, I decided I was done with Hot Wheels cars. And no, my parents, they knew that I was very attached to my stuff. So I don't think they ever got rid of anything without my knowing. But I remember we had a garage sale one time, and I took all my Hot Wheels out there, and I put 25 cents. I said, Hot Wheels, 25 cents. And I had this giant box, and I remember thinking, like, all day I was going to be selling Hot Wheels. And about 5 minutes after we opened, this lady came up and offered me $5 for the box. And I was like, all right. And I just gave her the box and took my $5. So there were definitely things that I just got to the point where I didn't want to have anymore. Now, I was very fortunate. I had this giant wooden, I think it's like a military, like a locker, a trunk that my mom got at a garage sale. And when I was done, with Star Wars stuff, or at least having it out on display and stuff, I put all my Star Wars stuff in that locker, and so that's how all my vintage Star Wars stuff survived through the ages. But yeah, so there were things that I outgrew and then I got rid of and stuff. But I kept a lot of it, and I still got a lot of it, and I'm looking at a lot of it right now too. I'm sure $5 was. Of course, $5 would have been all day at an arcade, or not all day, but at a quarter a game, that was a lot of stuff. I remember going to there was a convenience store by my house, and I would go get a candy. Usually, I would get like a Willy Wonka, like either bottle caps, which is my favorite, and Steel Rat and I were just talking about that. I love bottle caps, or sprees. Sometimes I would get sprees and a Coke. And it would be $1, and then I would have, if I had $5, that was $4 left to play video games and stuff, So I also remember that I'm trying to remember. I could get mail order. I could get 100 floppies for about $20. So if I'd saved up, $5 a few times, and then that was 100 blank discs, which was going to be 1,000 games that I downloaded. Hey, there's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and two guys there watching the fight. So, oh, that's funny that there's the Rock'em Sock'em Robots right next to Rocky and Cleverling. That's funny. There's Kiss performing. Oh, this is like a whole musical thing. I'm going to zoom in here and see what kind of details we could see. That is Johnny Ramone. I recognize him right off the bat. And I see Kiss performing. I can't tell who that is. That's obviously Freddie Mercury. This is a whole concert area. There's Elvis. There's Gene Simmons over there. I don't know who that is. I see Bill, and maybe it's supposed to be Janis Joplin or something. I'm not sure. That looks like Grateful Dead. Yeah, Nirvana. Yeah, there's Kurt Cobain right there in the front. Oh, you think that's Iggy Pop? It could be. There's Slash. and Ace Frehley. And then there's the Coneheads enjoying a fine concert there. So it's just the amount. Oh, look, there's this looks like from the Beatles, right? Yellow Submarine, is that what those are? This also looks like, is that Marilyn Manson? I guess it could be. What else here? Oh, wow, there's a giant Gene Simmons there. Yeah, Sgt. Pepper, yeah. There's Peter Criss. Can I play with you guys? No. Get up, Peter. Yeah, that big Gene Simmons, that's bad, isn't it? Isn't that cool? Let's try to see if there's anybody else over here. A lot of Gene Simmons. They invited about 50 Gene Simmons to this concert. Oh, and then there's people down here in the front row you can see at the concert all lined up watching the show. Somebody must have had a blast setting all this stuff up. Here's a Speed Racer and his Mach 5 and some other car stuff there. More superheroes. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice the snow speeder there. That looks like maybe that Voltron. That looks like I believe that was a Star Trek playset. Yeah, there's Picard down there. There you are, Picard. I know you'd come back. There's Alien, RoboCop. Yeah, there's all kinds of people. Oh, there's Evil Spock right there. Yeah, somebody had a fun time setting stuff up. Is that Swamp Thing? Is that who that is? I can't tell. Of course, again, I've got it rotated here. Wait. All right, don't get dizzy. Hang on. All right. I guess that looks like the Swamp Thing to me. Yeah. Oh, there he is, right there. The car from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and that's what was that guy's name from Randy? Randy from Pee-wee's Playhouse, and then that looks like a Cobra Commander back there. Man, oh, there's I didn't see the My Little Pony. My sister had a ton of My Little Pony. That looks like that's Little Home Alone. More Gene Simmons. This is the outside of the building. This must be when we were leaving here. The Toy and Action Figure Museum. Yep, that's it. And so it's a lot of fun. And it's located right off of I-35. So if you ever find yourself driving north and south of Oklahoma City down I-35, you will see a sign that says Paul's Valley. And that is where the Toy and Action Figure Museum is located. I'm looking in this other folder here just to see if there were any other displays that I got pictures of that I didn't get that time. A lot of it looks the same. There's a picture of my kid crying because I made him stand next to Watto and get a picture. Don't you love it when I'm sure there are pictures of me when I was not happy, when my parents would say, oh, we need you to, we're going to take a picture, we're going to do this. And of course, kids, get tired and with the digital camera, you just hit them so often, when you're going to stuff that they get tired of it. I get it, but, it's really a bummer when you come away with like a trip like to a place like this, the Toy and Action Figure Museum. Oh, you know what? There are a couple other pictures. We're not going to go through them all, but let's go take a look here. A lot of this is going to look the same, and so I'm just going to blow through it. There's the Army guys. Batman stuff. Oh, this is something I didn't have before. This is a Tron display, and but most of it is not vintage. This was all mostly newer Tron, and I have pretty much a complete collection of all the vintage stuff. I have all the old figures. I have all the old light cycles and all that. There's a picture. Look how miserable my kid looks. He's like, why are you taking a picture of me next to Watto? But the bummer is that that's what, like years later, this is the picture I have of that day. There's one where he's having a complete meltdown, which I felt bad about. This is when he was getting more irritated because I was like, hey, go buy that Batman thing. And then Morgan's like, I'll do it. There's a Batman, more Batman stuff. This is what he's just done. He's like, quit taking my picture. This is the Marvel stuff, the DC. Okay, so this is one that I didn't have. This is the Mickey Mouse display, and a lot of vintage kind of Mickey Mouse stuff. Not really my thing, but it's cool to see it all put together in one place. There's my daughter looking at the three. This picture is called 3 Potential Serial Killers. Okay, so this is another one that guy that I think his name was Windrex, the local guy. This is a prototype that he had done for Lord of the Rings that eventually got turned into a toy. Now this is one, so this is why I wanted to show this. So I don't see, I don't think Aaron made the stream tonight, but I wanted to get this on there for him, that this is wrestling figure display. And so this was all different wrestlers, and they had them from all different eras and WWF and WCW and old guys and new guys and stuff like that. So that was one of the things that I wanted to share. And again, this is some of this is the same, but a lot of this is different. Looking at the Falcon, I don't see the crash test dummies there this time. So this was actually an earlier trip. This is the other picture I remember. You've got there's the Star Trek crew, and it looks like they have beamed down and they have been surprised by some troopers there. So that might have been a bad day for the Star Trek guys. Again, you can see like Clubber Lang and Rocky. They're in a different place. They're not next to the Rock'em Sock'em robots. So somebody goes in every now and oh, there they are. But there's only 2 of them, and in the other trip there were 3. So. And there's different people, and I'm pretty sure there wasn't a dinosaur up there last time. But oh, look at that! Superman versus Rocky. Who would win that? I don't know. Probably Superman. Oh, and look, this time he's gonna punch Nemo. That's terrible. So anyway, like I said, the people that set all this stuff up, they obviously have a good time, going in and moving the stuff around. And anyway, that is the toy and action figure museum. So like I said, if you ever find yourself wandering through the southern part of Oklahoma, going down I-35, you will see a sign that says Paul's Valley. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to offend the people of Paul's Valley, but I don't know how much is there. But I know that the toy and action figure museum is there. So let's see if this has remained paused. Oh no, what do I do? Hang on now. Let me move this. Let me move this. And we will finish up our game. Of course, there's no end to the game because I was a ding-dong and I picked unlimited lives, which is good because I'm terrible, but okay, yeah. But that also means that the game will not end until we turn it off. Yeah, I think there was I think there may have been even a hint, a Toy Story reference somewhere in there that said as much, especially about the bedroom section. Oh, I thought for sure the fire would stop that centipede, but it did not. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you think about the room in Toy Story with Buzz Lightyear and Woody and those toys coming along, can you imagine what that museum would be like? That would be incredible. That would be something to see for sure. Okay, I guess I'm going to keep jumping that guy repeatedly. Whoa, look at that. 3 eggs for the Flaxter. All right. No eggs. Good job. One egg. There's a spy, or there's a snake there. All right, nothing. Oh, all right. Ooh, see me jump? I thought it was another ghost. What do we got close by here? Watching for spiders up there. Let's see, how's our fire doing? The fire's getting low. It's at 4. Alright. Is there enough wood for another fire? Well, there is, but it sure ain't convenient. Let's go ahead and get these so when I get hit by something, they'll get ruined. That's all I do is ruin things. Everything you touch, you ruin. Time traveling Tim. That snake's going to hit me in the head, isn't it? Nope. Okay. Oh, it was close. Okay. You go there. Oh, I can't pick it up because I picked up the stupid eggs. Dum-dum. Oh, I didn't know that you could relight one. Well, now I can't because I let it go out. All right, let's let that guy fly by. Okay. I didn't know you could relight it. Someone who illegally downloaded this didn't get the documentation when he was a kid. I'm not going to say who it was, though. Okay. I know this was released first on the Apple II, but I don't know that I played it on the Apple II. Oh. Look at that jump. Look at that Sprite forgiving jump. Okay. Is that it? I think so. And bonus 10 points. That was it. We're on skill level 7, and like I said, I think it only goes to 9, so we'll see. And then I think after that, it just starts repeating the hardest level over and over. Oh, well, we can't pass that up. Let's go take that to the future and make us a 3-egg dino omelet. All right. Contaminated while I'm right here. Look at it again? No. Okay, let's get a fire started. I'm the fire starter. Let's go over here. Okay. Get some eggs. Alright. So I can walk. I walk on the fire when it's at a 1. And oh, there's a guy that's hatching. Oh, no, and I can't go that way. That was dumb. Oh, sorry there, little Brunto. Well, there's lots of points, lots of everything. Good job there over here. Single-handedly responsible. Wiping out Family of dinosaurs. Quit chasing me, Spidey. I do like the little animation of the spiders. Some of the animations are... Will that get me? No, okay. Some of the animations are kind of cheesy. But the spiders look really good. Okay, how's my fire? My fire's at 4. I'm going to try your theory. Maybe. Oh. I thought he was a gunner. Boom. Oh, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, boy. We're going to have to hurry. Time traveling, Tim. Oh, no. Oh, I turned into a de-evolution into a spider. It's a sad day for time traveling Tim. It's a sad day for us all, really. It should play taps. Every game from the 80s should play taps when you get killed. All right. Oh, now he's on the ground and he is fast. Whoa! Too fast for you, Centipede. Oh, Centipede, you can't run away. There's another copyright strike. On behalf of Buckner and Garcia, sir, we are now. Oh, well. Yeah, those guys go fast. Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, I don't have no fire, do I? There's no way I have time now. Alright. Let's see it. There can't be any... There's no eggs there. There could be eggs over here. Let's wait for that guy to go. I really did try to jump that. Oh no! I didn't want to turn into a spider. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not my fault. No, it's not a giant elephant foot. It is Mama Dino, who is trying to stop me from... I can't jump that guy if he's frozen there. Oh, jeez. Is there anybody left on this level anyway? No. Alright, let's get out of here. There is a short warning. Oh, I left an egg. I just saw it. Oh, why didn't you tell me? So if you watch the bottom status down there where it says, where it says skill level 8 right now, it will say Mama Dino is coming. So we're getting the dino eggs and getting into our time traveling portal and transferring them to the future, which really makes no sense because there are no dinosaur eggs today. So whatever this guy's doing, maybe he's taking them in a future past where we are now, and then someday they will show up. So we are picking up all the eggs, 3 at a time. We are going into the time traveling portal, transferring them to the future. We are avoiding, we're knocking down boulders to find hidden eggs. And so down there it says Dino Mom Attack. But what we have to do, what I should have done, is get a log of wood. Let's cut this guy's, whoop, ha ha ha. And let's find another log of wood, and we will put them together, and we will make a fire. And that will keep Mama Dino. Oh, but now I've been poisoned. And so I have to go. Well, I can't get down that way. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, now I'm done. Dead as a dead. I mean, there's a lot of, I was there. I don't want to oversell it. And say I was there at the beginning, But I was there pretty much at the beginning. I mean, we had a TRS-80 model. Oh, there you go. Oh. Oh, no. Now I can't get up that way. That's stupid. Jump. Oh, double poison never lasts. But I remember going into Radio Shack, which is where you bought TRS-80 games, and I remember we looked at this game. I don't remember what it was, but I think I mentioned this in Commodore, but where am I at? Oh, I'm on the bottom down here. But it had this guy, and he looked kind of like, he actually kind of looked like the guy from Space Ace. He looked like, is it? Jesus. It kind of looked like Space Ace, and Dexter or whatever his name was. Oh, no, it's going too fast. No. Devolution. Turn into a spider. And TRS-83 game. And on the cover, it had this superhero guy, and he was in front of a spaceship. And there was, some girl, some princess, and she'd been kidnapped. It's probably some ripoff of Star Wars kind of thing, the story-wise. And we actually bought it on cassette. You'd buy the cassette and take it home. And I remember loading it up, and it was, while you're loading it, you got plenty of time to read the introduction or the instructions, And, the fire's down to 2. I want to try it. Oh, I just killed a baby dino. That's so sad. All right, I thought I could get up that way. All right, we can go over here. We can get up. What's on this level? Snake. Oh, I see. So when it's at 1, all right, now there we go. When it's at 1, I can still walk through the flames. So in theory, if I could jump this, and I didn't jump it. I said I was going to jump it. Now the fire's out. Now we're screwed. So anyway, whatever this game was, we bought it and got it home, and you're loading it, and the instruction said, your spaceship is the Asterix. Smashed. It just dawned on me that was the first time I saw Il Curtis B pop up. How you doing, sir? And so anyway, the point of all this story is that, the instructions were like, hey, you're the asterisk and the bad guy is the X, and you got to fly around and and it was nothing like it was nothing like the the box art, and it was nothing like the whole game was kind of in your head, I mean starting a fire, centipedes, you're getting squished, get out of the way, you're turning into a spider. There's a lot going on at level 8 here. I'm doing much better at level 1. So, yeah, I don't know if you saw my Donkey Kong stream the other day. Of course, what I found and what you're finding out tonight and what people find out every night is that I'm not very good at multitasking. I'm not very good at playing games while I'm talking at the same time. So it's really unfortunate. Can't go that way. It's just too hard. This game is too hard. But so in the late 70s and early 80s, I mean even throughout the 80s, but in the early days, let's see, is there any more? Yeah, there's one log up there. Let's jump this guy. Let's go over this way. Jump him too early? Nope, got it. Start a fire. So the fire keeps the big dino from coming down. Okay. Jump. Oh, gosh. So hard. There was kind of this. I can't go up on the Centipede guys there. There was kind of this right or wrong, this way that people justified piracy by saying, you're selling this game and it doesn't look anything like what's on the box. It doesn't look like the advertising or something. So you're selling this crappy game, and so the game I wanted to pay for, is not what I thought I was buying. So, I wouldn't say that that's right, or that doesn't really justify it. I mean, as an adult, I wouldn't say that justifies it, but that was the way a lot of people thought about it. But anyway, the point I was trying to make was, there was a lot of games that, the story, I guess at this point I just keep getting poisoned and then make a run for it. Try to get back to the thing there. Beep. Oh, no. Once you poison twice, you ain't gonna make it. It's devolution time. Yep, there I go. Spider. The story behind the game was in the manual. It was, obviously there's, a certain amount of story to a game like this. I think we got everything. Let's get out of here and go to level 9. And level 9 would be the hardest level. Now, I'm jumping topics, but I believe that I read, and Z9K9 might back me up on this, but I believe that I read that this is, the levels are randomly generated. So, oh boy. Yeah, this is tough. We're starting with, we got centipedes, we got snakes, we got everything. Alright, that worked. Didn't lose anybody. Hang in there, buckos. Time Master Tim's gonna save you. Oh, watch out. Got him. Oh. That wasn't fair. But anyway, so like what I was saying, the story a lot of time was what was in the manual or what was on the box art. That was the story of the game. It wasn't what you got here. This is an okay example. Because a lot of the stuff that it talks about is explained in the game. We find out Time Master Tim's name and stuff like that in the actual game. But man, there were just a lot of games where it was all about what was in the documentation was the only place that you got that kind of information, and it wasn't in the game itself. Just because there wasn't enough room a lot of times to put that stuff, and there wasn't the graphics. Obviously Time Master Tim here's a little stick dude with an attraction to snakes. Smash him. Leave me alone. Get that guy. I'm on the base. It's all about that base, and I'm in trouble. Not even a good pun. I don't even know it. I'm not really even, with unlimited lives, I'm not really technically beating the levels. I'm just destroying all the eggs. And then moving on. And there's somebody in the future waiting for Time Master Tim, and every time he comes back, he's like, good God, what did you do? Smash 3 more? What do we hire you for, Tim? All right. We gotta get a fire going. This is gonna be trouble. I'm gonna wait for that guy. We're gonna wait for that. Wait for that. Go here. Boom. Fire. Boom. Eggs. Get out of Dodge. Watch for the snake. Out to the future. Come to the back. Oh, yeah, of course. There were all kinds of manual-based copy protection, and there's no way to make that jump. What kind of ridiculousness is that? Of course, in the very beginning was, I'm just kind of running through this through my head, but the minute I stepped off, I can get this guy. The very beginning was, of course, oh yeah, get this word from the manual, that sort of thing. And then, remember there were the ones where you had to, because people started being able to photocopy those, right? Like my mom worked at a place that had she was a secretary at an oil company, and they had a Xerox machine. And so she would do, if a friend of mine bought a game or something, she could make a copy of that documentation. And then he had that information, right? So then they started doing things where it would make it more difficult to photocopy. They put it on glossy paper. That was a thing. That was a thing for, and that was a thing. I just like making that. Oh, no, watch out for that. Oh, my gosh, this game. Why did I pick this game? Okay, so that fire was way too early. Can I set that? Yeah, I can set that log down. All right, we're going to move that log up near the fire. So I remember, buying some AD&D character sheets, and the paper was yellow. And all of a sudden you couldn't copy it. When you copied it, it had all these weird streaks and stuff, and they didn't look right, So you had that. So different colored, red ink. There were the ones where that you had to view with the red thing. And then came, let's see if I can do this. The wheels, right? You had to have the scroll wheels. And the thing about the scroll wheels was, it wasn't that it was that hard to, oh, jeez Louise. I guess there's still one boulder up there that could have some eggs in there. I hate to jump out. Yeah, so then what you had to do is, you had to let somebody borrow someone's code wheel, and then hey, is it cool if I take apart your code wheel? And so you had to disassemble it and try to make those copies. So it was like they didn't want you to steal their stuff. It was weird. All right, is that it? Bonus 50 points. I guess that's for being level 9. My score is 214. And then, it's just level 9 again. I think what I'd like to do, I think I want to reload this, and I want to play one game of it without any cheats at all. So yeah, and then you had that where you had to take, then they put the code wheel where they put the little brad where you couldn't really take it apart without destroying it. That sucked. And then people would sit down and type, if it said, they would type the whole manual, type, and then so you could send the manual, because there were no flatbed scanners or digital cameras, things like that back then. So you couldn't easily do that. So people would type it into a giant text file, and it said, if it was the 7th word and this and that. So you'd have to either print that out on your printer or because you couldn't multitask. It wasn't like Windows where you could have the text file open over here and the game over here and you could reference it. You couldn't do that. So, you either had to print it out. Usually that's what most people did. You print it out. I used to have a 3-ring binder that was full of all that stuff. And, anyway, then they started coming up with weird things that would be like symbols, you know what I mean? Where it would be like, I think maybe it was Another World. I don't know. There was one of those games that was like that. And, it'd be like 3 abstract pictures, and it would say which abstract picture, was on this or that or whatever. And, how are you going to tell somebody that? Like, oh, it's the one with the squiggly and the wiggly. Like, it was that. Where's the 3-ring binder today? I got rid of the 3-ring binder, but before I did that, I scanned all those documents in. And so, let's take a look at something here real quick. So I had documents like where I would borrow, like I borrowed a copy of Little Computer People from a friend of mine. And then while I had it borrowed for a day or so, excuse me, I would write the documentation down. And then when I got rid of the 3-ring binder, I scanned them all in. So if I wanted to play Little Computer People, I would flip over to this little page in my notebook, and it would say, here's Little Computer People mini docs. And here's all the keys. Look at that great cursive handwriting for little Robbie O'Hara in probably 7th grade or maybe 8th grade. And then I would stick them in my folder, and then I put these were little tabs that we had stuck, and I'd write, Little Computer People across the top there or whatever. So that's what happened to the 3-ring binder. But yeah, that would be great. Or people call you're like the code wheel hotline, and then of course the one that everybody remembers and talks about is, Sierra was particularly nasty about their code wheel protection or documentation protection, because most of those would let you play the game, but it would basically only let you play to a certain point, and then it would ruin the game. And one example of that, I know there's something in the original, one of the King's Quests, where you could have made it to a certain point, and then all of a sudden it would be like, oh, you just got killed because you're playing an illegal copy. I know for a fact in Police Quest, which is another one of the Sierra's Quest games, there is a moment where you could do all the stuff inside the police station, and then you have to go somewhere, and you would get in the police car and drive and go somewhere. When you got in the car and drove off, you would have an accident, and it would say, I keep moving this the wrong way. It moves up, it moves down. That's not right. That's not right. Oh, that's a flattering shot with my arm all scrunched up to my head there. Is that it? No. It's close. Got the best, worst lighting in this room. You would get in the police car and drive off, and your wheel would fall off, and you would have an accident and die, and it would say, well, it's too bad you got faulty equipment or whatever. And in the documentation in Police Quest, it says, by the way, before you ever drive a car, you need to walk around it and check all the tires. And so if you didn't do that, you would crash. And the only way you would know to do that was by reading the documentation. So there were a lot of examples like that. And that continued on for many years. I want to say one of the Spyro games for the PlayStation actually had code in it to detect whether or not you had a mod chip. And Roger Wilco and of course Space Quest. I played all that stuff. That was my gaming era. Spyro would let you play for a little bit, and then if someone would come up to talk to you, and it would say, unfortunately, you're going to play, but this game's going to be pretty hard since you've got a mod chip in your console here. And so, yeah, it was that kind of stuff where they would let you play, but it would affect the game in some way. Okay, so I'm hitting no. I hit no on all the cheats here. So we're going to try one last game here without any cheats and see how far I could get. Can I beat level 0? Place your bets, gentlemen, because this is the final attempt at a game that I mispronounced for 30 years. It is not Dino's eggs. Obviously, it is Dino eggs. All right, and look how easy. Remember all that crap that was trying to kill me in level 9? There's nobody here. Just me and eggs. Well, I was going to start a fire, but I don't even know that I need to do that on this level, but we'll do that. Now that we know more about the fire. I bring you. It's telling me to start a fire, so we're going to start a fire. On the earlier game, we didn't start the fire. I don't even know enough of the song, do I? All I know is Marilyn Monroe. Oh, don't squish you. Keep moving. Don't stand there. All right. We helped you out. I helped you. You helped me. Dino Martin. Oh, I was going to get you. Well, we hang around in this level long enough, all of a sudden people show up. Now I see spiders, and now I see another little hatched little baby stegosaurus. Look how cute baby stegosaurus is there. Why would you start me out all the way down here? And now we got snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Now there's no way I can get anything because I can't jump this. And I can't jump the fire because I'm just gonna. I can't make that, can I? No. And I can't use this. Do I have to just wait for the fire to go out? Yes, I do. Not my fault. There's no way I can. Yep, can't clear that. Well, that was poor judgment on my part to start a fire right there. Dave says lots of apps went to the dongle solution where you had to have something plugged into your joystick port to run it. Well, I don't know how many Commodore things had dongles. I do know that I think it was Leaderboard Golf. There was definitely a golf game that required a dongle. By the way, I used to have a friend of mine that insisted on pronouncing that word dognal. And annoyed me every time. I think Leaderboard Golf had a dongle. I'm sure there was some higher end. Later it was higher end because dongles are expensive. So it's pretty tough to justify it on a a $30 game or even later on. Oh no! But yeah, there weren't too many, and maybe there may have been a couple of productivity things on the Commodore 64. What I remember it for was like, I think Cakewalk. I think Cakewalk required one. Yeah, there was a lot of audio stuff. You think I could clear it and not smash that guy? No. Oh, I'm sorry, little guy. I did not mean to squish you. It's weird that the things that you're trying to save also poison you. Doesn't seem really fair. Awesome, all the way down here at the bottom. Just as far as you could be from any eggs. Yeah, that's a good point. CNET needed one. Yeah, that is true. But like a lot of things, do I have to jump this? Do I have to save this guy to not? Oh. Well, oh, it's my third life. I gotta get out of here. Do I have to? What I don't know is if I have to save that little guy. You know what? We're getting out of here. Do I have to? Let's find out if I get. Yep, I lost 10 points. My score is 9. You imagine playing a modern game and like there's pinball games now where you turn it on and it goes, oh, 50 million points. Congratulations. You turned it on. You launched a ball. My score is 9. The thing about copy protection, and I will parlay this into a little bit of my own experience, a couple of examples. But one thing is, you don't want to punish your paying customers. And I'll give you an example. Ubisoft put out Ghost Recon, which was, I'm not a huge first-person shooter fan, and I found that game and I fell in love with it. And, some of the later versions of their games of Ghost Recon, like some of the sequels of Ghost Recon and stuff like that. This guy's going to smash me. I got to start a fire. All right, where's more wood? Where's wood? Okay, there's one over there. Oh, no. Yay! Look at that. Look at me go. Oh, no. I am literally trying to start a fire. I'm like, all right, let's jump this snake. Let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. All right. Got it. Now watch out for the snake. Got a fire going. Look at that. We're like, oh no. Come on, little guy. It's all right. If you just move, I will save you. Okay, you're saved. But Ubisoft, they had that copy protection, and I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was the one that was like would infect your BIOS or whatever. Like it was not your BIOS, but it was like a rootkit almost, like it was doing stuff to your hard drive and like don't do that. Don't do that to people that are paying for your game. You know what I mean? That's just and like so many other things. I'll give you an example of it. Like from the weekend before last, UFC has a terrible problem. UFC, the Ultimate Fighting, they have a terrible problem with people pirating their streams and doing illegal streams and stuff, and people not paying for the pay-per-views and things like that. And so they made a big deal, and Dana White, who's the owner, he said, hey, I'm coming for you. I'm going. It's all, if we're going to find you people that are illegally streaming it and all this stuff. And so what happened was okay, where's my fire? My fire's at 3. All right, we're going to try Z9K9's trick. I can't get over that way. It's at 2. All right, we're going to wait here a second. We're going to throw a log on the fire and keep it going. That'll be awesome. And we're going to jump over that. And that snake went in the fire. Okay, and now, boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. How did I not know that all this time? How did I not know that? It's because whoever sent me this copy didn't send me the instructions when I was a kid. So anyway, long story short, on UFC, they made a whole big deal about people pirating the stream and doing all this stuff. Well, the official stream on ESPN, the pay ESPN stream, died. It couldn't handle all the people, but all the pirate streams stayed up. And so you had legal people who had legally purchased that stream going to the pirate sites to be able to stream the thing that they had paid for, And that's the problem when the pirate stuff works better. And that happened with Ubisoft too, that people stripped off all that copy protection off of those games, and the versions that are cracked play better than the ones that people bought, and so that's that's the problem that you run into. So my personal experience with piracy was shortly after releasing my first book, Commodore. And, right off the bat, from a karma perspective, if you will, I mean, Commodore is a book about how I was a dirty, rotten, filthy pirate when I was a kid and all the Commodore stuff that I downloaded, And so I mean, I had it coming to me from karma, and what kind of copy protection are you going to put on a book? I mean, first of all, if there's something that's analog, there is no copy protection, I mean, if it's a physical book, someone will go out there and scan the book in and hand out PDFs and be like, haha, we beat the man, but of course, in my situation, the man was a guy who had, wrote this book and was selling it and making, 50 cents a copy profit or whatever. So they weren't really sticking it to the man. They were just, sticking it to me, but whatever. Any time that you put DRM, I mean, like, the Amazon books and this and that, I mean, people strip the copy protection off, I mean, in seconds, I mean, it's not like the old days where you had some wizard that could go through assembly code and remove copy protection and look at different things like that, and, well, you can bootleg the book. It's out there, but here's the thing. I sell it for $3 on my website. You can get the PDF, which has no copy protection at all, for $3. So, that was kind of the thing that, I had come to Jesus over, which was basically like if people are going to pirate it, and save the $3, then you go, well, what are you going to do at that point? Like how much effort are you going to put into something, that, I mean, if people aren't going to pay $3, then they're not going to, pay $2. They're not going to pay $1, So don't get me started on the audiobook, or Tintin will come after me, because Tintin has been my number one supporter for the audiobook, and someday I will get it finished. I will say that there's been progress made, but I don't like to say how much, because I mean, it's not as far along as I like, but there has been some progress made. But it's funny, whenever you say Audible, because Audible takes 70% of the profits, and so you get 30%. So I will probably do the same thing, and I'll tell you this too is yeah. No, I mean, if I do it, I'll read it, because it's it's my stories and stuff, and I feel like I would want listeners to feel like they're getting the stories from me. There'll be a whole chapter about how I ruined a race of dinosaurs, wiped them off the face of the earth. But in the introduction of both of my nonfiction books. Jumped into that. Invading Spaces and Commodore. End of game. So that's what that looks like. I made it further than I thought I would, but not as far as I made it with Unlimited Lives, it turns out. But in the front chapter, hey, by the way, I got something to show you here right at the end. Well, I can't tell you. It's secret. There's been a lot. There's been a lot that it's got going on for. But at the in the introduction of definitely in front of Commodore, and I think in front of Invading Spaces too, I put a little thing in there that basically said, hey, if you pirated this book and you read it and you liked it, here's my PayPal address. And I've had people that, downloaded the book and read it and said that they liked it and sent me some money, and that's a lot of piracy when I was a kid was a means to an end. In other words, we were pirating just to pirate, you know? So you downloaded games so you had games to trade people, so that you could trade to get newer games, so that you could trade those games for games. And I definitely remember times where people would come over and say, oh, hey, here's this new game. How's this? And I would go, I don't know. I haven't even played it. I didn't even look at it. I don't know if it works. But you know, it wasn't about if it was a good game or something. It was just whether or not that you had something and it was new. You know what I mean? And so that was, you know, so then you can make this weird argument, and not right or wrong argument, but you could say, if I pirated a game and I never played it, did the company lose money? And but then if you gave it to somebody and they were going to buy it or they weren't, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's a strange, it's a argument, it's a philosophical argument that you could make, you know. But that was kind of the what I had to tell myself to sleep at night about my books is, you know, there's a lot of people that get stuff because, oh, it's something to upload, and they get it and they upload it and they never read the book. So did I lose money on a sale that somebody got the book and did something with it and never read it? They weren't going to buy it anyway. And then, like I said, if you're not going to pay $3 for it, then there's no sale in there as well, you know. So, yeah, I think, you know, the thing is like when games were like, I think that when I was a kid, I kind of had like a limit of around, you know, maybe close to like I would say a birthday was like a $30 or $40 thing. You know what I mean? So I would have got one game a year basically as a kid, you know? So when I was getting all those games, I definitely wouldn't have bought them because I couldn't have bought them, you know? So I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. And so I'm pretty happy with, you know, the book. But I will tell you this, and this is just food for thought. I have had people send me emails. And if you have ever sent me an email, you've been on this stream, you send me a message. I've talked to a lot of you, most of you on Twitter. I've talked to a lot of people through email. People from all over the world say, hey, I read your book and I loved it and this and that. And I want to tell you my story about the Commodore. And I love hearing other people's stories and people's stories about growing up, you know, in classic, you know, computers and stuff growing up the same way I did. It's amazing how similar these stories are. You could be on a different continent and have very similar stories and experiences that I had at that same era. But every now and then people will email me and they'll say, hey, I illegally downloaded your book and I just wanted to tell you how much I liked it and all this. And I never respond to those people. And it's just kind of a you know, line in the sand that I made. It's kind of you know, just a matter of principle to me. But it's literally saying, like, you know, I don't know if you've ever written a 200-page book and self-published it, but it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work. It takes organization, you know, to get all the stories lined up and proofreading. And I mean, not just the layout and all that stuff. I mean, just the act of doing it took months and months, you know. And so just for somebody to say, you know, all your stories and all your work was not worth $3 to me, and now I want some of your time, I don't respond to those people. I don't give them the time, you know, because it's like they've just told me my time is worthless, you know. And so I don't know. It is what it is. And maybe, you know, maybe some people lie and they say they bought it. But usually what happens is I get a notification that says, you know, someone just bought your book, and then, you know, about 2 days later, I get an email and they say, oh, I couldn't put it down and I loved it and all that. And that's the rewarding part, you know, and you know, selling ebooks at $5 is not paying the rent or anything like that. But it's just kind of that justification, you know what I mean? Where somebody goes, hey man, I liked your thing. I bought it and I liked it, you know? So anyway, so boo, down with pirates, except for me. Ha ha ha. No, I just tell you what now, to bring that full circle, I didn't really like it when I first saw it. I didn't like Steam, you know, because I was worried that I was putting money into an ecosystem that if it crashed or not crashed, if they closed or something, I would lose those games and stuff. But Steam and some of those other online stores, I know Epic Online Store and other things, have really made it where, I mean, all you got to do is you click a thing and you get a game, and it's installs, and if you uninstall it later, you can reinstall it and all that kind of stuff. And that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? That's the way. Like, don't make all these hurdles for your customers. Don't do all these things. Make it as easy as possible, you know? And so that's what I try to do. So anyway, guys, I will look and see if there's anybody left to stream, but I think we've about done it. We played some Dino eggs. We looked at toy museum pictures. Boy, we just did it all. We ate some, if you weren't watching earlier, we ate some dinosaur candy, which we will be talking about on tomorrow's Sprite Castle, where we have talking snack. We'll be talking about dino games, and we ate the other, this is the one we didn't eat, but we ate, boy, the light, I got a spotlight right there, and it's just bouncing off it, so you can hardly see how green that is, but we ate the blue. Well, we ate most of the blue. There's a little bit left. This little sticky knob thing will go in the trash. I can't even get off the thing. All right, that's in the trash. So we will look on Twitch. I can't imagine anybody else is up streaming. Anybody I know anyway is streaming this late, but we'll take a look here real quick. Yeah, so it'll be all about staying warm, and we'll see. Yeah, I think all my people are offline here. Boop, 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 from top to bottom. Everybody went to bed, so. Anyway, guys. Oh, hey, Cowbird Boy. Let's see. I didn't look at the final list here. A10, Commander Root, Cowbird Boy, Idalara. Is that how you say that? Jimmy Jet. Joint Effort, of course, L. Curtis. Mr. Cola, I didn't see a sneak in there. Squeaky's been here all night. Steel Rat, of course. Steve Burt's Tintin. Wide World of Retro, and Z9K9. Good showing tonight. So, guys, I will be on probably maybe sometime this weekend, and then my wife's going out of town starting next Monday. So there might be a lot of streaming next week. We'll see. So, guys, have a good night, and I will talk to you all soon.